Hello, my beautiful, beloved soul family. Welcome to Love and Beloved. This is Dilruba Chaudhary, your love life leader. I'm here to talk about parental wounds and the relation for our codependency. So, first of all, I would like to say, what is codependency? Whoever doesn't know about that. So, codependency is begging for or trying to hold someone for loving you, for giving you the love you always wanted. Codependency is holding someone responsible for your own emotions, like your happiness, your sadness, your depression, holding someone responsible for that. So that's the codependency. When you're finding yourself begging someone to stay with you, begging someone to love you, when you are getting sad for someone, your loved one, didn't act as however you wanted them to act, and that affected your own emotions. That is codependency. And now talk about why codependency happens. If you ever found yourself that you are so sad, you are so depressed, or you are suffering because someone doesn't love you, someone ignores you, someone avoids you, or someone just abandoned you, dropped you, break your heart, you are so sad, then you are a codependent. There is a chance you are a codependent person. And now let's go back where it begins. Most of the time, and majority of the time, it happens when you are a child and your parents make a big part of that behavior, a big part of that influence. Why? Understand this. Your parents are the most closest person you ever encountered. Hi, Princess Asia, hi. You ever encountered first to hold as a lovable person. Your parents are the first one you actually know as a human being that you can flow your love and expect love from their side. So the love begins, the relationship bond begins with the parents. Why? Because they are the first human form you can flow love to. And then you kind of create your own standards around your parents' standard, like your parents' behavior, your parents' interaction, their influence, their beliefs, their emotions. Those kind of shapes your standards around your relationship standards, like you have the belief inside of you. So mostly it happens, the girls actually look up to their father because that's the main male figure they first encountered as a loving one, as a most intimate one. They can share their feelings and emotion, their most trustworthy person, the most closest one. And as the male son or male person, they actually hold their love or standards upon their mom, because that's the female person they can ever have the base standard on. So their mom's behavior, their mom's emotions, and everything around them, they just encountered that first. So parents makes a big role. Parents takes a big role in your own relationship pattern when they come into your making shape of your relationship patterns. So for codependency, whenever you are not getting enough love from your parents, or some people get ignored, some people get abandoned, those people in the child, like when they are a baby, they crave that attention, they crave that love, they crave that attachment to their parents. And when they don't get it, they hold it in their heart, and they always carry that wound when they grow up, even when they're old enough. They don't know even, maybe, but they are having that pattern imprint in their subconscious mind and in their heart, that they had been abandoned by the most loving person they have ever trusted, the most dependable person they have ever depended on, and they have been abandoned, or they have been ignored. Parents do that. Like, you can ask, like, why does parents do that? Parents do that there for their own reasoning, even though they actually, most probably, they don't know even why, or what impression they are actually giving to their child, but it happens. And time to time, we take the adults or grown-ups take their own decisions, and they don't think about much deeper about the child psychology. But nowadays, it's proven that every behavior around your child, they are watching you. They are having their own thoughts around your own behavior. If you are having a healthy lifestyle, they are watching you. They don't need to teach the healthy lifestyle. They will learn it just by watching you. Same thing happens when the child get ignored, when the child get punished, when the child gets harsh behavior and they don't have acknowledgement of their own emotions. Those comes to their own imprintment. They have shaped their emotions that way because they think like, okay, our emotions are not validated by our most lovable person, so it's not going to be validated by anyone. And they crave that. And the craving inside of them makes them codependent with anyone they have ever encountered in their life. They just hold them back, and they wanted to just squish that emotional attachment. They just wanted to squish that their love out of that person, whoever says they are loving. So they just depend on the other person, their partner, their boyfriend, girlfriend. They just depend on their behavior, and they just hold them responsible for their own emotions. So that's where your subconscious minds get programmed from your parent, and it just carries over to your future relationships, your romantic relationships. So if you are ever wondering why you are just running, chasing after someone, why you are not feeling loved enough, why you are always holding someone responsible or back, or just begging them to love you, to give attention, to have importance on, just go check your childhood and see, like, if you ever have been neglected by your parents, if you ever been neglected or ignored or been punished or been abandoned by your parents. That's the root cause of your codependency. And once you figure it out, the next thing comes to reprogram your subconscious mind, or to detach that emotion from your childhood, so that you can be free from that belief, from that standard of your parents, whatever your parents made you to believe, and then move on to your real present relationship and get out the most out of that present relationship and have a healthy standard of your relationships. So that's where it's come. So if you ever found yourself that you are getting so much attachment, so much clingy to someone, and so much dependent on someone's, then it's probably in your childhood. It's a good question, Princess Isha, that you are asking, that how to detach. I would say, as you have grown up, like with that wound of your parents, I wouldn't say wound, it's just an imprintement. Anything they did, good, bad, doesn't matter. It's an imprint in your subconscious mind. So as you grew up with that imprint, it, like, you're 30, 50, 40, 50 years old, and you wanted to make it go away within 5 seconds, it's not going to happen in that quickly. So you have to be practiced and go deeper inside of you, and then you have to make your subconscious mind understand your root cause and the logic behind it, and then program yourself however you want. And that's a process, that's a strategic way to do that. There's nothing like a quick fix, but there's a hope, because you don't need to wait till next 40 years or next 50 years, because you can achieve that within a week or within a month probably. And then if you are committed enough, if you are consistent enough, subconscious mind loves consistency. Subconscious mind is so logical, and so sometimes it's just when it's clear enough, it sees itself and it just reprograms. So if you are strategically going deep enough and making sure that your subconscious mind understands your pattern that is not serving you anymore, and you wanted to reprogram it in a way like, listen, this is the way it's supposed to be. Whatever you are holding, that was just back some kind of behavior. You didn't know like what's good or bad. You're just holding it back. Let it go. It happened then. And now you are this. Then it's gonna reprogram or re-imprint, relearn new way. But there's a process for that and strategic way to go for that. That's where the healer comes. That's where the practitioner comes to give you the strategic way to go and follow those programs and reprogram your subconscious mind however you want it. So if you ever have any question about that, I have had my own way of reprogramming of subconscious mind, and so many clients actually have had that, and have had so much positive aspects of that program. If you are interested, talk to me, or I would recommend just go to any healer, as if you are going for a psychological problem, or as if you are going for your depression, you go to a doctor and a psychologist, psychiatrist, and have a medicine or just therapy. It's the same thing. Your spirituality is your subconscious mind programming. You go to a healer, they know the better, they know the strategic way. You don't need to invent your will again, and you just follow their rules and you are done. You are healed. So I would highly recommend to contact with any healer, or just come to me or PM me. I can help you. I'm here to help you. But this is the base cause of your sufferings right now. This is the base cause. Most of the time we are going like in autopilot every day. Our subconscious mind is just running us. But once you figure it out, and once you know the strategic way to reprogram that, it's so much easier, so much clearer. And once the clarity is there, it's all done. So thank you for being with us, and I hope and I am so much glad that you are here, that you are finding yourself, your better way to getting out of your sufferings, your pains, your patterns. And I am gonna be here with you next time. Until next time, and be happy. Bye.